Hello! The double angle formulas for sine, cosine, and tangent allow us to write trigonometric functions of double angles in terms of trigonometric functions of one angle. For sine, the formula is sine of 2 theta equals 2 sine of theta cosine of theta. The formula for cosine has three forms, and the first one is cosine of 2 theta equals cosine squared of theta minus sine squared of theta. We will talk about the other two forms later in this video. And now the formula for tangent is tangent of 2 theta equals 2 tangent of theta over 1 minus tangent squared of theta. So notice that in each of these formulas, on the left side the trigonometric functions have 2 theta, and on the right side they just have theta. Now, to prove these identities, we will use the addition formulas for sine, cosine, and tangent. The addition formula for sine is sine of alpha plus beta equals sine of alpha cosine of beta plus cosine of alpha sine of beta. To use it, in the formula above, we will replace 2 theta with theta plus another theta. So again, we will write sine of 2 theta as sine of theta plus another theta. Then using the formula above, we will write it as sine of theta cosine of theta plus cosine of theta sine of theta. Then sine of theta cosine of theta is the same as cosine of theta sine of theta, and if we add them together, we will get 2 sine of theta cosine of theta. So then, we will write that sine of 2 theta equals 2 sine of theta cosine of theta. And this is the double angle formula for sine. Now, to prove the next formula, we will need the addition formula for cosine. Here we have it, and it is cosine of alpha plus beta equals cosine of alpha cosine of beta minus sine of alpha sine of beta. And again, to use it, in the formula above, we will replace 2 theta with theta plus another theta. Then we will write that cosine of 2 theta equals cosine of theta plus theta, and using the formula above, this equals cosine of theta times cosine of theta minus sine of theta times sine of theta. Then cosine of theta times cosine of theta is cosine squared of theta, and sine of theta times sine of theta is sine squared of theta. Then we can write that cosine of 2 theta equals cosine squared of theta minus sine squared of theta. And this is the first double angle formula for cosine. Now, let's talk about the other two forms. The first one is cosine of 2 theta equals 2 cosine squared of theta minus 1, and the second one is cosine of 2 theta equals 1 minus 2 sine squared of theta. Now, to prove these two forms, we need to use the following Pythagorean identity. Cosine squared of theta plus sine squared of theta equals 1. If in this identity we subtract cosine squared of theta from both sides, then we will have sine squared of theta equals 1 minus cosine squared of theta. Now, in this formula, let's replace sine squared of theta with 1 minus cosine squared of theta. Then we will have cosine of 2 theta equals cosine squared of theta minus parenthesis 1 minus cosine squared of theta. Then if we remove the parenthesis, we will have cosine of 2 theta equals cosine squared of theta minus 1 and plus cosine squared of theta. Then cosine squared of theta plus another cosine squared of theta is 2 cosine squared of theta. Then we will write that cosine of 2 theta equals 2 cosine squared of theta minus 1. And this is the second form of the double angle formula for cosine. Now, to prove the third form, we will use the same Pythagorean identity. So here we have it one more time, and now let's subtract sine squared of theta from both sides. Then we will have that cosine squared of theta equals 1 minus sine squared of theta. Then in the formula above, we will replace cosine squared of theta with 1 minus sine squared of theta. Then we will have that cosine of 2 theta equals 1 minus sine squared of theta minus another sine squared of theta. Then cosine of 2 theta equals 1 minus 2 sine squared of theta. And this is the third form of the double angle formula for cosine. And now to prove the last formula, we will need to use the addition formula for tangent. The formula is tangent of alpha plus beta equals tangent of alpha plus tangent of beta over 1 minus tangent of alpha tangent of beta. And again, to use this formula, we will need to write 2 theta as theta plus another theta. So again, we will write tangent of 2 theta as tangent of theta plus another theta. Then, using the addition formula above, we will write this as tangent of theta plus tangent of theta over 1 minus tangent of theta times tangent of theta. In the numerator, tangent of theta plus tangent of theta is 2 tangent of theta, and in the denominator, tangent of theta times tangent of theta is tangent squared of theta. Then we will write that tangent of 2 theta equals 2 tangent of theta over 1 minus tangent squared of theta. And this is the double angle formula for tangent. So now we have all 3 double angle formulas proved. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you find this channel useful for you.